Because there are no skill shots in Warcraft that really matter. Like, yeah, Shockwave, I suppose. Swamped Temple. Alright. Is campaign mission a valid request? No, I'm afraid not. Could you give a small intro for my non-gamer friend who's visiting me? Would really appreciate it. Yeah, no problem, Stelzenläufer. Warcraft 3 is one of the best real-time strategy games ever created. Developed by Blizzard and released in the year 2002, it got an expansion pack in the following year, in 2003. Since then, Warcraft 3 has been an instrumental game in shaping electronic sports, esports, as we know it. Esports is the activity whereby gamers compete at the highest of level in any given game that is suitable for competitive competition. Players from all over the world have enjoyed and played Warcraft 3, with millions of players having played the game. The best players would fly across the world to participate in live tournaments for the viewing pleasure of its many fans. Warcraft 3 is a fast-paced game, though not necessarily the very fastest-paced RTS, and it is as a player in Warcraft 3, you have one goal and one goal alone. Generally, one-on-one is the most anticipated aspect of the game, though like in tennis you can have doubles as well, or even crazier and more mayhemic matchups. And we're gonna just play this one without the request so I can focus on the explanation for Stelzenläufer's friend. One-on-one is the most popular to watch competitive side of Warcraft 3, and in it you have one goal and one goal alone. Destroy all of the opponent's buildings. You can do so in a variety of different ways. You can interpret it in the most direct way possible by creating spells, heroes, and army units that are particularly good at destroying buildings. Destroy the final building and the opponent will be ejected from the game, you win the game and it's over. However, there are many other ways to obtain victory as well. In Warcraft 3, it is often common that if a player sees he has no chance anymore to win the game, he will leave with a respectful GG, which stands for good game, and he will concede defeat as well. This is usually how Warcraft 3 games end. Very few actually go to the last building, because as you play more Warcraft 3, you get a better and better idea of when you have no more chance to win. Now, how do you basically play the game? Well, like many different RTSs, generally an RTS like Warcraft 3 will have several resources that you start by mining out. You start with a small subset of units and a little bit of resources, and you have to leverage those by creating hero producing structures, army producing structures, and producing said units and armies. You have a few worker units. Those worker units can go about and set about their task of gathering gold and lumber, which is another word for wood. Gathering these two resources, you can see this number going up. This is my gold and this is my lumber. Those are the two things that you spend to create everything else in the game. This third number, that's my army size maximum. 30 is the amount of units that I can have. 29 is what I currently have. You must increase your maximum before you can increase your current. The way I can increase my maximum is by building burrows, which is essentially where my units live in and get fed in. And so the more houses there are, the more people there can be, right? So you're managing all these different aspects of your economy, of your maximum army size, simultaneously as you are actually taking your hero and taking your units, and you're going across the battleground to find neutral opponents, which is a bit of an oxymoron. I mean, opponents are not really neutral, are they? Anyway, finding harmless creatures in the wilds and hunting them like an evil hunter. They're just minding their own business, but you want what is theirs. This is called creeping, and we call the monsters creeps. Because when we say that they are creeps, it makes us feel better. We are essentially dehumanizing them, and it doesn't feel as bad to take them down then. It's very common war propaganda. So we call them creeps, and by creeping we get gold and experience. Gold and experience are important. Gold, as we already established, can give us bonus income, can give us bonus army. Whereas experience is what gives our heroes a strength increase. Every hero, just like there's a kind of role-playing aspect to this game. You've got heroes and they are like role-playing units. They are like famous champions that are leading your army. They are stronger than everyone else. And when they gain experience, you can choose new talents and abilities for them. They are set to level up and they get ever more powerful. You start at level 1 with a hero and you can go all the way to level 10, gaining new abilities and strength points along the way. In any given Warcraft 3 game, you'll be playing a game of information and misinformation. As you try to find out where is my opponent, and he's trying to find out where you are. And then you either avoid them when you feel weak, or you seek them out when you feel strong. And you try to fight, and they either take that fight, or they try to run away. Note all the dark grey areas on the map. This is what is called the fog of war. It's an instrumental part of Warcraft 3. Everything that is dark grey, I have never been there, I don't know what is there. Everything that is light grey, I've been there, but I currently have no units there, which means I don't know what's going on. He could be there, he could be launching an assault on my base, or he could just be going about his business, taking down harmless creeps. I just found him and I made him use a Scroll of Town Portal. A Scroll of Town Portal allows a player to teleport his hero and all of his units straight back to his main base, his home as it were. That's because the creeps had left him so hurt that had he stayed, I would have been easily able to take him down. He immediately judged, when we saw each other, that I had the better army and situation, so he decided to run away. And thus the game of Warcraft 3 continues, as you vie for dominance on the battlefield until there are no creeps or opponents left. Playing a game of Warcraft 3 is a combination of increasing the strength and size of your army, increasing the strength of your heroes, and using them well. And there's one more thing you can do. You can also increase the amount of gold you get. This is my main base, and this is a gold mine. Note the bottom left here. This bottom left shows the map of the battleground. It's called the mini-map. It's like a radar. Do you see the thick yellow dots? Those are additional gold mines. Build another base next to it in order to harvest its gold resources. You can then double your income to get even more effective income and mining. that's pretty much it. That's Warcraft 3. Enjoy watching. He attacked my base, and we won. So, Warcraft 3 is a very tactical game. When you win a fight, you have the advantage, but you need to make a decision. Are you going to press the advantage and attack them? But oftentimes there is a superior... they have really good defenses, oftentimes. Attacking someone in their home is risky. So oftentimes, instead of taking the fight to them, you're forcing them to take the fight to you. I have now created a second base, which allows me to increase my mining amount. He can't let that situation persist for long. Having more resources means soon enough my army will be that much bigger than his. If he finds me here, I'll be weak. I just sent away my strongest hero. You can see it right here. So I'm gonna stand next to the shop so that I can buy a scroll of town portal to get out. Remember this place? We were here early and he tried to take an expansion as well. Taking an expansion is what we call it when we get another base to mine gold. We're gonna check out if he has followed up on that plan. He has. We checked the gold that's in it, 12k. It starts with 12.5. So he's only just had it. Only had it for a while. He's winning the fight now. But it's possible that he is misprioritizing how he wants to finish it. We're going to buy a scroll of town portal and see if we can save my hero who got trapped. Or maybe we turned the fight around. It looked like I was running, but actually I've got a way to take the fight back to him. And thus the balance of power has shifted. Fate is a cruel mistress, he must be thinking. Now in the meantime, although he has another base and it looks like he's been doing very well for himself, we have been amassing an army secretly at home. We're going to leverage it very soon. Our base is under attack. But we are ready to defend it. And although our base is dying, he did not specialize in units that can take down buildings quickly. As such, we've got a little bit of buffer as we rush to the defense of our base. And although he did take down our base, he has lost much. And thus it might be worth it. A most epic fight. We are left with 54. And it does look rather good for him. However, it's not over. He just used a level 6 ability. When a hero reaches level 6 out of 10, you gain what is said to be the ultimate, and it's as epic as it sounds. But you can only use it once and so often. Note his demonic form, he just switched out of it. He's still very powerful though. And it looks like, although we wish dearly to take him out now, we are unable to do so. So we're going to get something else. We're going to tackle the strongest creep on the map. In the hopes of gaining an advantage. But he's here. He's not going to let us get this easily.
What is it? Directly say the word. Who will be my next big deal? I am yours. Yes. Yes. Say the word.
Right as we start the creep, he engaged the fight against us. This is called a creep jack. Jack because he's trying to steal what I've started. It's a very powerful move that can give you a big advantage. However, we were able to take down both him and the creeps virtually simultaneously, which is a big show of strength. Not only did we get the advantages that the creep camp provided us, powerful artifacts, experience and gold, but we were able to transition into a fight against him immediately afterwards that ended up in our favor. We are now going to go home and lick our wounds, as many of our units are hurt. And we are also wondering, okay, what about this final? Oh, he has his ultimate again. We rushed to the defenses of our base. This demonic form is making short work of my base. We must hex him. Hex can shut down that demon hunter for a period of time. It looks like it may be enough to buy time here. If he overstays his welcome, we may even be able to take down this demon. Now! Yes! We got him! Demon Hunter down, GG! The perfect time to take down the Demon Hunter with a Hex. Hex turns an opponent into a mindless critter that can neither fight nor use special abilities. This player was equipped with a Scroll of Town Portal. He would be able to activate it, instantly turning invincible and teleporting himself and his entire army out of trouble. However, we turned him into a random critter for a period of time that was just enough. He was trying to cut it close, getting as much value out of the remaining presence he had here to take down worker units and set back my economy. So I come out with the Hex, boom, he gets shut down, Demon Hunter dies and he gives up. He knows the resultant bonus experience and power I get from killing his hero, as well as the actual cost it would require for him to retrain his hero. It was too much, so he gave up. Game over. Thank you very much, she enjoyed it very much. She loved that, thank you. My pleasure, Stouts and Läufer. Glasses missing, explanation invalid. Please put on glasses and try again, thank you. It was the perfectly timed Hex.
Greetings, friend.
There we go. Orc versus Night Elf at Swamped Temple. Cry my boy. Solo DH DOTT. Over explain.